I'm Allie Wenhart. I'm an educator and the founder of Grant and Guidance. I help educators overcome the obstacles that are keeping them from living the lives that they really desire. You probably know teachers that are struggling financially. That may actually even be you. In an effort to get by financially, you get a part-time job on the side after school, on the weekends, school vacations, and in the summer. Between your two jobs, you might be working 12 hours a day, and you're probably missing out on some of the things that you want to be able to do. You may have been unable to participate in events with your family, and you probably have no time to do the things for yourself personally. This is no way to live your life. Attempting to sustain that schedule is a sure way to find yourself unhappy and certainly unhealthy. A happy and healthy life requires a balance between work and play. Teaching is an absolutely exhausting career. You are on your feet all day, solving problems, answering questions, and you are responsible for making sure that up to 25 children all get their needs met. You leave your classroom at the end of the day physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. To balance that type of work, you may find that you need to be creative with your schedule, particularly if you need to build in a second job. As educators, our work revolves around the hours set by the institution that we work for. Children are in school for certain hours, and so those are the hours that we work. We picture ourselves up early and off to work to get things done before the students arrive, and then we get to return home in the evening after the students have left, after we've done our grading and our meetings are over. Choice and flexibility are never really options when you're a teacher. When you allow yourself to consider new ideas about how to make money, you might want to think about trying to work in the 45 minutes while your child is at soccer practice, or maybe on the bus while you are on your way home, or perhaps sitting in your backyard with your family. Those are the kinds of times and the things that you can use to be financially stable. As you've probably guessed, all of this flexibility requires the use of technology. Technology has really changed the way that we can connect with people and work and live. You can connect with people on social media that you haven't seen in 10 years, and you can get your groceries delivered at the click of a button. As teachers, we use technology all the time. We send out emails and newsletters. We watch videos to enrich our lessons. We Skype students on the other side of the country. And sometimes our students even can work together at the same time on the same document while at home. That is so cool. I admit that at the first time I started using technology, I was frustrated. It felt like it was always changing. My administrator was always telling me to try something new, and that got frustrating. Well, we can utilize that technology to make money too. It's not just for teaching. If you have access to the internet, you now have the ability to create a steady income from wherever you are, whenever you have time. I'm telling you, this changes everything. It always makes me laugh when I hear my friend Jay tell the story about the first time she started working her business around her busy schedule. She is so busy, but she was determined to use every minute she possibly could, and she scheduled a meeting with some of her clients in about 15 minutes before she actually had to get her daughter in her car and drive her across town to get to horseback riding lessons. It was absolutely crazy. For me, that would be too tight. But it's a great example of using every single little piece of time chunk that you have to make your schedule work for you. And maybe even to make some money. I have to admit that I was terrified to try to make money in any way other than teaching. Teaching is all I've ever known. I went to school to learn how to do it. I was able to practice and build my school through internships, my skills through internships, and I had professors and other educators modeling it and guiding me through the process. Trying something new was completely overwhelming. I considered this business opportunity before, but I walked away. I was just too scared. I wasn't going to let myself take that chance. But I kept having financial difficulties, and they began to compound because I was not dealing with them. I just kept hoping that I would figure it out. And the thing is, I already had figured it out. I just was not trusting myself to move forward. I kept allowing my fear to control me. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of everything. I'm not really sure what happened, but one day I just started looking at the whole situation in a different way. I was still aware of my fear, but I was also excited to try something new. I knew that if I decided to take the challenge, it might actually be fun. Once I made the decision to move forward, I was able to look back and reflect on some of the specific things that I initially made me nervous. And perhaps some of those things that I was initially scared of are things that you're scared of too. Some of my biggest fears were things like, I don't have any business experience. And as educators, we're really well trained and we're used to being prepared and having all the information that we need ahead of time. The good news is that you will have all that. You'll have time, you'll have training, and everything you need will be there for you, just like when you just first started your teaching. Through a multitude of platforms such as video and telephone, you'll be able to choose the kind of support that fits best for you. Another fear I had was that people might judge me for working an online job. I thought that they might say that it sounded like scammy. The best advice I can give to that problem is to educate them. Teach them about your business and what you are doing with your company and how you're helping other people. Additionally, it's quite empowering to move away from caring really what others think. And once you've educated them on the truth, it is their choice to judge or not judge. All you can do is decide how you want to deal with their judgment. Be proud of your choices, knowing what is best for you. One other fear I had was that I just didn't have any money to kind of get my business started. And while some businesses really require you to have a lot of cash to get started, some don't. And what I did is I made the choice to align myself with a company that didn't require me to have any money to get started. This is a hard one. People will say, I've already tried stuff like that and it didn't work for me. Well, that's why doing your research is really important. I found a great opportunity and a great business to align myself with. Granted, if I hadn't found all that, I might think that too. But think about it like teaching. Sometimes you're in a classroom or at a setting and it doesn't fit and it doesn't work and it's not a good experience. But you perhaps go to another teaching setting and it's amazing. Had you let yourself base the entire idea of teaching on that one experience that you had initially, you would never be teaching in a place that makes you happy. Take the opportunity to push yourself to make yourself grow. Try something new and don't let fear get in your way. I know that it is scary. I know that it is hard to do things that are new, but you have to trust yourself and make well-educated decisions. Know that the people that you are going to be working with are helpful, kind people who want to help you help yourself. In the next few videos, I'll be teaching you even more about what you need to know in order to make yourself financially strong and independent. I look forward to having an opportunity to sharing more information with you and sharing a little bit more of my story and my experience with you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.